Hello everyone. So what I want to show you today is my office setup analog style. While you will see my computer monitor and my laptop kind of hiding over here, I kind of want to give you an idea of how you can live a more analog lifestyle. Now, some of these things I have done for decades. I've probably never stopped doing them. And then others are fairly new additions. I've used them in the past, and then I've recently brought them back in. And for me, I just find that doing things more analog and keeping the digital world away from me as much as possible has allowed me to kind of get back to slowing down a little bit and just, I don't know, to me it's actually like this luxury. That's just how I view it, and I don't know, I just really enjoy it. So I just want to show you some of my things that I have in my office here. And I've talked about this in another video. This is my day planner. It's an undated one. I did get it in this really dark, like forest green. It's got the gold, and it's just stunning. I love it because I write appointments in here, my to-do lists, things that I want to get done. And you can see that it's just blank pages inside, meaning you date it yourself. And it has your appointments on one side, timed out, so you can put your appointments in there. You've got your priorities, you've got your to-do tasks, your follow-up things, and then your notes and planning. And this is a family-run business, and you get these off of Amazon. So this is great. I use this every single day, and it looks really elegant sitting on my desk. And then I recently picked up from the same company a set of 3 spiral-bound notebooks, and they have a couple of different colorways that you can choose from for the set of 3. And I got, I think it's like a beige color and like a peachy brown color, and then this dark forest green. And it's just a gorgeous notepad. It's got the spiral edge, which is nice because I like to have it laying flat when I'm writing in it. I'm also left-handed, so it makes it easier. It's not always coming back on my hand when I'm writing. And it's got the nice lined pages. And so I like to put notes in there, books that I want to read, things about my investing, ideas I get for YouTube videos, whatever. That's what I like to put in there, anything. And then I think I've shown this, maybe, I'm not really sure, but I have this fabulous British Racing Green by Scriveiner. It's a British company. This is a ballpoint pen. So this is what I call more of a luxury item, but I do have gel pens over here. I have mechanical pencils. I have a regular pencil. I do have a pencil sharpener around here somewhere. But I love this thing. It's gorgeous. It comes in different colors. It writes so well. And I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to write things, I just want it to be more elegant. And yes, I do write in cursive because that's what I was raised on. That's what I was taught in school. So there's that. And then some of you are going to recognize this, especially if you're Gen X. Look at this beauty. Mead Trapper Keeper. Isn't that gorgeous? And that is the palm tree beach design. I believe that was made in the 80s as well. I don't know. I somehow have this vague memory of me even having this, or maybe a friend of mine. And it's pretty much made the same. It's got that, ooh, you hear that? That Velcro opening. And then it's got some folders that it comes with. They've got different designs. And then it's got the clip thing over here, so you could put, a notepad, or you could put paper or whatever you want to keep in there. So I use this. I put things in here like recipes that I want to use, things I get in the mail, things I just want to keep organized and out of the way, I use my Trapper Keeper. And I got this on Amazon. So absolutely love that. And then over here, I have, now you don't have to buy these vintage. You can, I mean, if you buy it vintage, you want to make sure it works. But you can buy these on Amazon. Of course, they're not made like they used to make them. But you can also probably get them from other companies as well. But this one is an actual vintage. This is a travel alarm clock. I just use it as a desk clock because I think it's really, really cool. And I did have another one that was, I think it was a mini, the Big Ben clock or whatever. That was vintage as well. But the glass broke on it, and so I ended up having to get rid of that. But I'm looking for another one. But I love this little guy, and I just think it's so cool, and it's beautiful. It's beautifully made because it is vintage. So an analog clock. And then this is one of my favorite things. And I'm just going to move the camera a little bit because I want you guys to be able to see how gorgeous this is. I think you can kind of see that there. This is my vintage typewriter. This is a Smith Corona, and it's a super sterling, so it's lighter weight. I think I picked this up for about $75. It was on sale, and this is the original condition. There's nothing been done to this yet. I did find somebody over here that works on typewriters amazingly, which it's like such a rarity to do that, but I need to take it into him and just have him give it a good cleaning. Everything works on it. It needs a new ribbon, but I love typing on a typewriter. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can find these things on Etsy. You can find them on eBay. Every once in a while, I'll see them at a thrift store, but usually if they end up in a thrift store, they're snapped up right away because somebody's probably going to turn around, restore it, or do whatever, and then resell it, especially if they're in usable condition. And this one does come with the case as well, so I can definitely pop it in the case and I can travel with it. So there's my vintage typewriter, and I can't wait to type on this because I want to actually type out a letter to my aunt and send it to her because we do like to write back and forth to each other. So that'll be a lot of fun just for, you know, something else to do, keep it analog, I guess. So yeah, there's that. And other ideas, you know, for having more analog in your life, I think would be just to get yourself whatever feels comfortable for you. I do have DVDs. I do have CDs. I've never stopped, you know, listening to music on CDs. And I do actually have some cassettes. Now, I don't have a cassette player right now. The boom box that I had that I did get from a thrift store, the cassette player didn't work in it. The only thing that worked on it was the radio. And it did work, and then it stopped working. So I'm on the hunt for a retro, like boombox kind of a thing that I can, you know, move it around very easily. But I wanted to have a CD player and a cassette player so I can listen to my cassettes because I love all that old school stuff. And of course, I love my stereo as well. I do have an actual stereo. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show you guys that I have in my office setup here for having more of an analog kind of lifestyle, and it just feels so nice. I love it. It's just cozy, and I don't know, I feel like I'm not trying to live in the past. I'm just trying not to get so over digitized on everything that I forget what it's like to do these things, because the art of writing, I mean, I don't even think they teach cursive in most schools anymore. Using an actual typewriter, whether you get a manual like this or you get one of those electric ones, like I think Brother had those or whatever, and I don't know, there's just something about it. Even even if you just have it there to pitter patter around on every once in a while, or if you plan on writing your next best-selling novel on it, I don't know. I just think it's totally cool. So yeah, that's it. That's my office setup, and then of course my other analog item would be my turntable, and it's a Fluence. I think it's an RT81 or something like that. I got it a few years ago, and I think they're based out of Canada. It's a great turntable. I've shown you that in my living room video, so if you want to watch that video, you can see the turntable, and I listen to my albums on there, and then I have the clip speakers to go with it, and those are U.S. made, and I think I picked those up on Amazon. So it doesn't matter what you have. You can get yourself one of those mini Crossleys. You can get yourself an actual vintage setup. If I had my way, I would have the total vintage turntable with the amp and the receiver, and then the bigger speakers that would blow the doors off your house. That would be my preference, but they're getting harder to come by because a lot of people are going back to analog because they're, I think, realizing that they need to disconnect from all of the digital stuff, the cell phones and the apps and all of this nonsense, and just kind of go back to what I like to call reality. I mean, this is reality. It's real. It's not AI. It's not something you have to question. It's right there. It's a physical thing. You can touch it. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can see it. And that's what I like about it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. And wherever you're at in this beautiful world of ours, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comments what you have and what you consider to be your favorites for your analog lifestyle, or if you're trying to move to a more analog lifestyle now that we have stepped into 2026. So take care, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.